afternoon. How are you, my sister?
I'm doing wonderful, Vernon. Good afternoon, of course, to you and, of course, to your listeners as well.
Right. Now, I wonder what's on your mind today.
Ah, well, there's something that very important. As we know, there are a lot of people who are living, all over the world who are U.S. permanent residents. And I
Yes,
know a lot
yes.
of them in Jamaica. And so with this
Oh, yes.
traveling, and since it's a travel talk and a travel program, a lot of time what I'm finding out when it's time for them to apply for their U.S. citizenship,
Mm-hmm.
they're running into problem because they are traveling back to Jamaica as though they're living in there. Let's say you're from Jamaica, that is. They're traveling back to Jamaica as if they're living in Jamaica, and then they're traveling to the United States just to visit. That is wrong because as a lawful permanent resident, you're supposed to be doing the reverse. Yes, I know you may have been born in Jamaica, and that's where, as we would say, your navel string was cut in Jamaica. Yes, we understand.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But when you decided to become a lawful permanent, and I repeat, permanent resident
Yeah.
of the United States, you might have your good job that you were doing in Jamaica and your family and friends and stuff. You may have to just separate a little bit and start living permanent in the US. That doesn't mean you can't go back, to visit or to visit your home country. Yes. And it's important to do that because if you're applying for your US citizenship and any of those trips within the applicable time, let's say it's a 5 year period, if any of those trips lasted for 6 months or more, they might deem that you have abandoned your residence. And so not only
Oh,
will you're in jeopardy of losing your green card, but it might affect you. You might have to rebut that presumption to be able to become a United States citizen. So it's very
really?
important that in your travels, yes, in your travels, be very careful of the time that you spend as a permanent resident outside the United States. And it doesn't matter about going back to your home country, Jamaica, even going to other places as well.
Yes,
You
yes.
just can't be outside the United States for 6 months straight, for 6 months or more. And
Mm-hmm.
not only that, when applying for your US citizenship, if it's based on the 5 year, you have to have at least 2.5 years in the US. So for those people who are doing,
Oh.
multiple lives and doing
Mm-hmm.
having their work and stuff going in Jamaica, what they will do, Vernon, because they hear me talk about the 6 months, they'll go to Jamaica, for example, for 4 months, come back to the US for 5 days or 1 week, then go back again to Jamaica and then come back. So you're visiting, you're traveling and visiting the US, and that's a no-no. And Customs and Border Patrol, if they get a hold of wind of this, they may threaten to take away your green card.
And by the way, can you tell them a story like, no, I only stayed 1 week.
Oh no, they have the records. In this modern age, they know the minute you have boarded that plane, and all the records are like right there on
All
that
right.
black screen that
Well,
they
I
have.
don't think many persons heard that. You are saying to me that you can go there and give a story about how long you stayed because they have all the information.
Correct. And guess what, too, Vernon? You don't want to have a misrepresentation where they
Dad,
think you willingly
hold on.
lied.
You so you use big words, misrepresentation. That's a legal term. Vernon, listen that you lie.
Or should we
Oh,
say misstated the truth?
or
No,
mistake.
that.
I love that. No, you are an experienced person. You're saying these things, everybody just say it lightly, but these things do happen. I've had persons come calling me and bawling down the whole place. Yes, so you're absolutely right. And as a matter of fact, I think of one person and I'll be calling right after. I say, listen, man, can't work, you can't stay for so long at all. And especially nowadays, it seems as if they are throwing the books. And everybody nowadays, if you don't comply.
And they're getting very much strict because they know a lot of people are doing it. They get the
Right.
permanent resident,
Yes.
but then they're just not living here.
Hmm.
They're visiting. So they're saying, you know what? Give back the green card. And since you only want to visit and travel to visit, guess what? Go apply for a visiting visa.
But
That's what
Opal,
they're doing.
I saw a report, I think it was in the Gleaner, stating that some persons who have been, what I say it, saying things which are anti the United States or critical of that gentleman, Kirk, whatever his name is,
Yes.
was killed. The report is that some persons have lost their visa because of comments they made against him or about him. So it means, therefore, we have to think very carefully about comments we make about the US and their policies, because this seems clear to me that they're not joking at all. And,
Absolutely. There are certain things you just have to keep to yourself. Do not air it on social media.
you know, many of us love the social media, love to post everything. All right. So, the fees, by the way, somebody said to me that the fees that you have to pay, if you return, you'll be able to Jamaica, that is, or any other country, you'll be able to get back the money immediately. But I told him I'm not aware of that.
Not
That's the
immediately.
kind
You'd
of
have to make
money.
an application. Exactly. You'd have to make an
Right.
application for it, and it might take a while before you can get it back. Get it back. And then what if you travel again the next time? Let's say you got a 10-year visa. What if you travel again the next time, and this time you overstay on it? So they haven't ironed out all the pieces yet
But
on
they have
that
started
issue.
charging it though.
Right. It was supposed to be implemented October 1, but we'll see. But I
Oh,
think it's only for people who actually get the visa. But we'll see. I don't think anybody has actually paid it yet, but we'll see.
yes. And also, I think what a way to make money, because if you're
Mhm.
going to go back and forth, oh, that's another thing I don't think of. If you pay, will you have to pay each time that you travel, or if you
And
pay
that's the
one?
thing, and that's why it's confusing because to my knowledge and some of my colleagues, we're
Yes.
thinking it's at the end of the visa process. So if you get a 10-year, we're thinking maybe it's after 10 years. Some other people think it might be every single trip, but can you imagine if you travel 4 times to the US per year, you have to come up with $250 4 times. So again, we're waiting to see all the details because I don't think they're sure of how this will pan out.
It is very interesting. And on the general front, I see there's a ceasefire, or some kind of ceasefire there in Israel. As you know, US is playing a very important role in that. And Mr. Trump is taking a lot of credit for that. But I'm wondering if that ceasefire will last between Israel and Hamas, because I'm getting reports of Hamas establishing itself, or slash, or showing its authority in areas that are now not controlled by Israel. So I'm wondering if the ceasefire is only for a few days or weeks. It's
And
amazing.
everybody's thinking the same thing and wondering the same thing, Vernon. Everybody's like, we will
Right.
see. Only time will tell.
And I must tell you too, there's concern from Jamaican fisher folks that they might be at sea and they could be fired on by army personnel from the US, because you know that the US has a policy dealing with those persons traveling with just drug traffickers. I think they named Venezuela in particular. So
Correct.
I just sharing that with you. So you know that there's this concern here. And that's the latest that we have on it. All right. Okay. I think you can tell us any other information you have, or the closing point, and then you tell us how we can make contact with you openly.
Thank you as always, Vernon. So it's Opal Lee. The phone number in Jamaica is 876-854-3599. That's 876-854-3599. In the United States, it's 954-358-2020. That's 954-358-2020. Or you may visit our website at www.flowjamlegal.com. Have a great rest of your day, Vernon.
Same to you, and we're giving thanks that so far we have been hit by any hurricane, although we are still in the hurricane season. But I have to give thanks
That's
for
good.
that.
That's good.
Uh,
Awesome.
when next you'll be in Jamaica?
I'm not going to tell you. I'll just surprise you.
But which country are you going to next?
And that would be the surprise.
Okay, then looking forward to that. You know, we love to hear about your travels and hear about other countries. Hopefully, thank you very much, and you have a wonderful day.